Hello, my name is Saman Bravo-Karimi, Chief Business Officer for Pasadena Unified School District. I'm here to provide information on two ballot measures that Pasadena Unified School District has on the November 5th, 2024 election. Measure R, a general obligation bond, and Measure EE, a parcel tax. First, I'm going to talk about Measure R, a general obligation bond measure. A general obligation bond, also referred to as a GO bond, requires that 55% of voters vote yes in order for the ballot measure to pass. Unlike many ballot measures that require just a simple majority, general obligation bonds have a higher threshold of 55% of voters. General obligation bonds are principally used for facility improvements, such as construction and renovation of classrooms, but also for technology improvements to ensure that our schools are prepared for modern education. When we issue general obligation bonds, we issue bonds over a long period of time, like a home mortgage, typically for between 20 to 25 years. The funds to repay the bonds come from a tax on all taxable property within the district boundaries. This includes residential property, commercial property, industrial property, and even agricultural properties. The tax rate is calculated on the assessed value of a property as set by the County of Los Angeles. Assessed value is different than market value. Typically, assessed value is substantially lower than the value or price you would get if you were to sell your property. Currently, as of 2022-23, the average assessed value for a single-family home within Pasadena Unified School District's boundaries is about $528,000. Measure R, the general obligation bond on the November ballot, will authorize Pasadena Unified School District to issue $900 million worth of general obligation bonds. Those bonds will not be issued all at once. They are issued as needed to fund the important projects that the district will undertake. The kinds of projects that Measure R will fund include critical repairs, such as the repairing and replacing of roofs, electrical systems, ventilation systems, and air conditioning and heating systems. In addition to the critical repairs, Measure R funds will also be used to expand classrooms for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, as well as the modernization of career education labs. The taxes that will be assessed will never exceed $59 for every $100,000 of assessed value. So again, for property taxpayers in any given year, the amount of taxes that you will pay under Measure R will never exceed $59 for every $100,000 of assessed value. Here you'll see the ballot language for Measure R that you will see when you receive your ballots in the mail. With funds that cannot be taken by the state, shall Pasadena Unified School District's measure to expand classrooms for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, upgrade career education labs, replace leaky roofs, and repair deteriorating electrical, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning systems be adopted, authorizing $900 million of bonds with audits, legal rates, average levies below $59 per $100,000 of assessed valuation while outstanding, raising $57 million annually, citizen oversight, state matching funds eligibility, and public disclosure of spending. Measure R includes many taxpayer protections. First, funds cannot be taken by the state and used elsewhere. The funds are for the exclusive use and benefit of Pasadena Unified School District. There's a full public disclosure of all expenditures. There's an independent citizens oversight committee that reviews and reports on all bond expenditures. Again, the annual tax rate may not exceed $60 per $100,000 of assessed valuation. And the maximum term of bonds is anticipated to be between 20 to 25 years. The taxes for bond repayment only begin once bonds are sold to investors. Many projects will qualify for matching funds from the state, and funds cannot be used for administrators' salaries, pensions, or benefits. Here you'll see a list of the projects that might be funded with Measure R funds, and it includes many of the projects that we described earlier. Expansion of classrooms for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, or STEAM, modernization of career and technical education programs, repairing of leaky roofs and plumbing and HVAC systems, expanding counseling and mental health programs and special education facilities for students, upgrading classroom technology, which includes wireless networks and infrastructure, as well as technology for students. Also included on the project list is building below market rate rental housing to attract and retain highly qualified teachers and staff to make the district more competitive and allow them to live in and be a part of the community. And finally, also providing shade structures and adding trees to outdoor areas to protect students from the heat. The next measure that Pasadena Unified School District has on the November 5th ballot is Measure EE, a parcel tax measure. What is a parcel tax? First, a parcel tax requires more than a simple majority, and in fact requires that 2/3 of voters approve for it to pass. A parcel tax is an amount levied on a flat per parcel basis. Parcel taxes are used to fund educational programs and services and support teachers and staff. So unlike a general obligation bond that is used for facilities and technology improvements, a parcel tax can be used for programmatic investments for our students. Funds come from a fixed tax on all taxable parcels within Pasadena Unified's boundaries, which includes residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial parcels. The parcel tax expires after 8 years and cannot be renewed without additional voter approval. If approved, Measure EE will levy a $90 per parcel tax to raise funds for programs at Pasadena Unified School District. Examples of those programs include expansion of programs for STEAM, enhancing career training and college readiness courses, providing competitive wages for teachers and valued staff, hiring counselors and mental health professionals, and again, the annual parcel tax rate is $90 per parcel for 8 years. Here you'll see the Measure EE ballot language. With funds that cannot be taken by the state and spent elsewhere, shall Pasadena Unified School District's measure to expand programs for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, enhance career training and college readiness courses, provide competitive wages for teachers and staff, and hire counselors and mental health professionals be adopted, levying $90 per parcel for 8 years, raising $5 million annually, with senior citizen exemptions, annual audits, and full disclosure of all spending. Measure EE also includes taxpayer protections. Funds cannot be taken by the state and used elsewhere, and they are for the exclusive use and benefit of Pasadena Unified School District. There's full public disclosure of all expenditures, and homeowners aged 65 years or older can apply for a senior citizen exemption. On the Measure EE project list are the expansion of programs for STEAM, providing competitive wages to attract and retain qualified, high-performing teachers, staff, and counselors, enhancing college readiness and career training courses, hiring counselors and mental health professionals, and expanding visual and performing arts, music, and other enrichment programs and instruction. Due to limited state funding, passing these measures secures a dedicated source of local funding to make renovations and improvements in the Pasadena Unified School District. For more information about Measure R and Measure EE, please visit our website www.pusd.us/measures2024. Thank you.